from this lecture onwards we'll learn what is a test case design in Tosca, how to use it, how to create it, what is the benefit of using test case design inside the Tosca. So we'll look the all from this lecture onwards. Okay, so why we need this test case design? So in Tosca, this is the add-in that is provided, and this will allow you to create your test cases, write your test cases in more logical structure, and it will also provide you an overview of your test cases, and also you can identify that to ensure that whether your test cases are able to cover the particular requirements of any feature or not. Okay, and this test case design will also it has an approach, it has an approach to isolate the test data from the technical sections of the test cases. So because of this, the data and the test cases are kept separately, right? Your data is in other place and your test cases are in other place. So the Tosca test case design section has it has the capability to break our test cases into an logical structures, and it will also help us to plan and design the test cases in a efficient and in a structured way to reduce the development and maintenance efforts later on. So you know why we are having too much of maintenance and too much of rewriting of the test cases, because we aren't able to cover our requirements efficiently, right? So this is why we need an Overwatch system where you can identify easily by just looking that whether you have covered this requirement in your test case or not. So this is why this is the best suited example where you can use this test case design of Tosca. And also it has several other objects also. Like under the test case design, you first have to create the test sheet. You can see the icon over here on the very downside, and then you can, inside the test sheet, you can create the classes, instances, and collection of the instances also. So this is the best practice, that for any feature or any requirement we must have a single test sheet, right? And there are many more things we have in this test case design. I'll cover that later on. I'll also explain this test sheet, classes, instances, how to create it from the scratch, and what could be the requirement where you need to create this. I'll explain this all in our upcoming lectures, but just let's understand why in which scenarios we have to use this Tosca test case design. So the first example is, let's consider an application, right, where you need to log in with the different set of users. The users could be developers, tester, production people, or UAT people, like that. Okay, so in that case, on login window, you just not have to provide some username and password. Then you have to provide along with this, you have to provide the email, the environment, and the specific values on UI while logging. So this all you can manage through this test case design, and you can also ensure whatever the data you are providing for this four or more type of user from this test case design. You just first have to create a test sheet where you have these all business objects. I mean these all for users, and under this you can have the values inside it. Like for my first user, I'm providing this values, and for the second user I'm providing these all values. So these all are going to be there in test case design. You can identify from there. You can also create the structure from there. Like in while logging, you have provided this value, while processing you have provided this value. So this is all you can identify from the test case design. And later on also, if you need if you have created this test case design and you wanted to create the test case, so you just instantiate that test case design, and you are going to see that you have multiple test cases for this different combinations of data for this login functionality. So this is where you can use, and this was the first example. If I'll explain you the second example where you can use, that is, let's suppose you have a requirement to log in on this automobile, and you have different pages like enter vehicle data, enter the insurance data, enter the product data, and then the price validation, and then sending the code. So this is your requirement, your scenario. It could have a multiple test cases, right? It could have a multiple test cases based on the values you are selecting here, right? Based on the values you are setting here, like the boundary values within the boundary or outside the boundaries, the date you are providing, and the things you are providing here. And according to that, on multiple pages, the value you have selected, you have the fourth tab where you are going to validate the price comparison. Like if you have selected this kind of things, then there must be a price, right? And that price is differ in each and every test cases according to the value you have provided. So this is the scenario where you can use the test case design. Just create a test sheet for this scenario, right? Create a business object like vehicle data, insurance data, product data, and the price options, right? And under it you just have to there are some values also where you can also create the objects in test case design. You can set the values, the all different type of values you can identify from here. So this is all you can insert in test case design, right? It will give you a logical structure way that what we are going to do in your test case. Let's suppose I have to enter on vehicle data, and I have to provide this make value, this engine performance value, date of manufacturer, and so on, like, and then go to the insurance data and provide this value. So these all structure thing are there in test case design. So now if you wanted to create a test case, just create a simple test case which is covering this test case section, and then instantiate that test case to have a multiple number of test cases, right? And that multiple test cases are going to be created automatically in Tosca. This is the benefits of using it. You just have to create one test case, and the n number of test cases you can create from that, and these number of test cases are going to be created by the combination of the values that you are providing here, right? Let's suppose you have how this different test cases are created. Let's suppose you have provided the right engine performance value within the boundary. This is the one test case. If this is outside the boundary, second test case. If that is on the boundary, third test case. Like that, this particular data, if it is having any relation with the number of sheets, this is also one combination. So it will look the each and every combinations, and according to your selection while instantiating this Tosca test case design section will create the multiple set of test cases. So due to this way you can ensure that you are having the full coverage of your requirement. If I'll say, and I'll say you to create a manual test case, you just go directly and will create some test cases. You did not have any overwatch for the requirements, how many test cases you have written and how much things you are covered with this with your manual test case writing. But with this test case design section, you can identify if your requirements are efficiently covered with your test cases or not. So these are some benefits where you can use the Tosca test case design section. And I'll start from the first section, that is of test sheet. From the next lecture we'll see that how you can create the Tosca test case design for this particular scenario. And guys, this is the main feature of Tosca. If you are going for the interview also, This is a very hot topic that they will ask, and this will require and practical knowledge. So you must have to practice with this website. I'll provide the links and all with the resource section of this lecture, where you can see it. And also, if you are also plan to create the test case design simultaneously with this lecture, or if you need, then you can also create this with your on websites, like the other website that might you wanted to practice. Okay, we'll see you in the next lecture with some more topics. Thank you.